Alright class, in this video lesson you're going to learn how to place objects on top of other objects with the realistic shadow behind it, like you see in this example. For some reason Pixlr has been glitching out, so we're going to use Firefox web browser in order to create this image. So go to Start and search for Firefox, and you'll see Mozilla Firefox. Go ahead and open that up, and you'll see a web browser that looks like this, and then you can go ahead and open up Pixlr Editor. Next, click on Create a New Image, and then OK. So what we're going to do is find an image like a desk and an apple in order to create these things. So the skills you're learning are how to add images into the canvas, how to create the shadow, how to remove white background, and you'll see all that in just a moment here. So why are we using Firefox again? Well, in Chrome for some reason recently, when you go to free transform an image, it cuts off half of the image like you see on this apple right here. Okay, so let's go back to our work. Follow along with the video, pause and play it, watch me do whatever I do first, and then you try it. So I'm going to open up a new tab and search. I'm going to search for apple, and then go to images, and whichever apple you want to use is fine. Right click on the apple image and copy image location, then go back to Pixlr and layer. So make sure you go to layer window and open image URL as a layer. In this section here, delete what's in the text box, paste in your image location, and there you have your apple image. So you click on the move tool next to move your apple around. And we're going to use the free transform tool, edit free transform, to resize the apple, and press enter. Next we're going to find a desk and do the same thing. We're just going to put it back, find a desk and put it on the canvas there. So I'm going to click on this desk, right click on it, copy image location, go back to my work, go to layer, open image URL, and there's this. So go ahead and pause the video, put your two images on there, and once you're done doing that, come back. Okay, so right here in the layers window, I have layer 1, layer 2. Layer 2 is where my desk is, layer 1 is where my apple is. If I click on layer 1 and hold down and drag it up, I can put the apple on top of the desk here. Notice it has a white background. We want to get rid of that. So on the left side we have this wonderful tool called the magic wand tool. So I'm going to click on the magic wand tool, and I already know that this tolerance level in the top right, 21, is not enough. So I'm going to bring it up to around 60, and then click on the white background of the apple, and you'll see what it's doing. It's selecting the white background. So then I can click on that white background and then press backspace or delete on the keyboard, and that background will go away. You can do this with pretty much any image that has white background like that. And then you can either press Ctrl D or go to Edit, Deselect All to get that selection off. That's important because you don't want to have it selected. Now you're probably wondering, well, there's already this little shadow here. That's fine, but I want to really exaggerate the shadow. So I'm going to just get rid of the shadow a little bit with the eraser. And this apple's obviously too big for the desk, so free transform it again, make it look a realistic size, and put it on the desk like that. If you did the how to make a shadow lesson already, then go ahead and do the skills that you know. Otherwise, here's how we do it. On the apple layer, I'm going to right click and then select duplicate layer. So now there's two layers with an apple on it. The layer that's underneath the top layer is the one I'm going to turn black by going to Adjustment, Brightness and Contrast, and turning the brightness all the way off. And then click OK. And then next, I'm going to turn that apple layer on again, but leave the layer underneath it selected. If you need to take a moment to pause to try this out, go for it. Otherwise, I'm going to go to Edit, Free Distort. And I'm going to distort that black apple so it looks like a shadow being cast in this direction. Press enter when I'm done. Now that is obviously too dark and not realistic looking. So over here in toggle layer settings, I'm going to click that and I'm going to bring the opacity down to around 50. And then I'm going to put a filter, a Gaussian blur filter on it with a low amount to really make it look realistic. Once I'm happy with that, I'll crop the image and type my name on it. Cruzy. And we're going to call this Objects on Objects. Realism. Okay. So once you're finished with that, File, Save. You can save it to the computer or your pixel library. Make sure to put your initials on there and name it Objects on Objects. And remember, if you are not done, change the format to PXD so you save all your layers to work on it another time. If you are done, save it as a JPEG and click OK. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, all I want to see is the apple with the shadow on a desk. If you want to get creative, be my guest. You can put cool little objects on the desk as well. Have fun.